Hello, crocheters! So today we are talking more about the farmhouse Christmas ornaments. It's been kind of a crazier week for me. There's lots going on, lots and lots. But I've been able to work a little bit on 2 additional ornaments. They're not nearly as complete as the 3 I was able to get done last week, but we can talk about kind of the process. So I decided I wanted to tackle the wolf and the fox, thinking that they're going to have very similar sort of designs, like with some kind of nuances for each. And so I thought, all right, I'll go ahead and tackle these. So the first one I did is a wolf, and isn't that good? It's one of those things like I kept like tearing it out and trying again and tearing it out and trying again. Finally, I was like, okay, just gotta go for it and just finish. Otherwise, I'm never going to get this done or, even get it figured out. So I have the head shape and I know it's not exactly what I want, but moving forward, I think I have some ideas of how I want to do it differently. So this is what I started out with. And so the things that I don't particularly love about it are that I think the snout is too narrow. When I first got started, I really liked how it was going, but I don't like, I want most of my ornaments to have kind of the same feel or the same size. So most of them are about 30 stitches around. So I try and keep that as a consistent metric, is that I kind of work up to 30 for my max, other than like the hedgehog. The hedgehog I only got up to 25 because the loop stitches make it fluff out and you get sort of that same feel as the 30 stitches around, right? So that's a consistent metric. So I don't want to change this, the peak width. I want to adjust the width of the snout because it's just too narrow, and I really am not loving it. Also, I want to do the wolf first because I've done a fox before. I've got the baby fox pattern. It's constructed differently, but I've done foxes and I haven't really done wolves. So I wanted to kind of give this a go. One of the nuances with wolves, and it really depends when you're looking up different kinds of wolves. There are tons of different kinds, and some have kind of more specific markings. Like some are kind of like huskies where they only have kind of like this little white patch here above the eye, and other ones have like an entire eye surround that is a lighter color. Others like don't really have that at all, so it was kind of hard to decide, but I decided I wanted to try for an eye patch. Eye patch, that sounds like they're pirates. I wanted to try for like an eye surround that I could place the eyes in. And wolves do have kind of narrower eyes. They're not wide set because they're predators, not prey. So I went for narrow, but I'm really afraid that once I get the eyes on and shape the head, because I think head shaping really just adds an aspect of reality to the design, that it's gonna look pretty bad. Like the eyes are just gonna be way too close together. And on top of that, the snout being too thin, like this just wasn't great. So I was sitting there after having made this and kind of looking at it and thinking about it, like, okay, how would I, what are the changes I need to make next time? And I started on those and I started incorporating them into the fox pattern. So that the fox pattern would be more of a success than the wolf. And I made more progress on this one. So it's not done yet either. I've got a lot of sewing still to do, but this is where we are on the fox. So the thing that I like about this, if we're going to compare, silhouettes here, it has a better like depth. Not depth. It has a better width. There we go. To the snout. The depth looks good, and I just like how this snout feels a lot more consistent with the size of the head. It looks kind of ragtag with all of these things hanging off of it. But that is something that I do really like. I think with color changes, I think I might have a little bit more, I don't know, I've got, whoops, I've got some more tweaking to do when it comes to the color changes, because foxes don't have colors around the eyes, or a lighter patch around the eyes. So I left that out completely. But if we take a look at my color changes here, this one on this side is kind of straight, and then it takes a jog this way, whereas on this side it kind of has a nice just gradual slope. So yeah, I think there's room to improve just kind of my color change techniques in these areas, just to make them look a little more symmetrical and a little more, just a little better. I just didn't quite nail it on my color changes there. But I would say, as far as like shaping, I'm pretty darn happy with my stitch count. You know, my increases, decreases, slip stitches, etc. Very happy with those. I'm contemplating, I think maybe the nose is a little bit small. Maybe I need to do half double crochets instead of single crochets in here to just make it a little bit bigger. I think it might be a little dainty. I mean, foxes are more dainty than wolves. That's kind of one of the ways that I don't know, that's one of the more defining features, in my opinion. Foxes are smaller, and they tend to just have finer features than wolves, who are larger and a bit more muscular. Other things I'm going to do differently on this one, I'm going to try and get at least the tip of these ears to be black. So I just have to get the yarn that I need to be able to work on that. Obviously, got to put highlights in the eyes, sew everything together. So yeah, this is the progress I've made so far this week. And well, like, it's not overwhelmingly great. It's also like a good start for these two patterns. I think I'm going to be able to make them better going forward, which is what I like. Other news. Oh yes, I forgot to bring them up, but I was at a thrift store the other day, and I did find two kind of like vintage ribbons, or like spools of ribbon that I'm going to try using for this collection of ornaments. One was a red gingham, I think that's how you say it, and the other was just like a green, just a green ribbon. It wasn't satin. It doesn't have that really satiny finish, but it seemed nice. Like, it seemed like it could probably work well for kind of a woodland ornament Christmas tree theme. So yes, I'm kind of looking forward to getting those on the ornament, see if I really like them, and if not, you know, I'll hit like an actual craft store and find something that fits a little bit better for the woodland ornaments. So once I get these ones figured out, that will bring our current total of woodland ornaments up to 6. So that's exciting. Still have more I want to do, more I want to figure out. But I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. Honestly, probably the big like next step I need to take is to like sit down at my computer, which I haven't been doing very well lately, and type all of these patterns up. I've got them written down, but like they need to be typed up. And the more I get written, the more overwhelming it is to type them all up. So I should probably just do that. Anyway, that is it for me today. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you guys think about the ornaments and how they're coming so far. Definitely have some room to improve this week, but that's okay. We can't always hit it out of the park, right? So I hope you guys are well and staying safe. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.